Hello, hello, hello. I am Bokum, and I've decided to not try making this video a month after the last one came out. So, we've got some things to do. I have a new lovely build that is ready to be created. And let's not forget that we are going to mace a bunch of innocent sheep in their face. Now, I've got to breed up these cows because I need an actual legitimate source of food. I want to live off of beef for some weird reason. The overburnt charcoal steak. Alright, we also need to mine up some ancient debris. I mean, more of I would like to mine up some ancient debris. At some point, I may get some villagers set up and the whole process, yada yada yada. But, whatever. We are not that fancy yet. In fact, I'm not sure I know entirely how to deal with villagers. We'll learn as we go. Alright, then that's the plot of this video essentially. Build another build, hopefully ancient debris, but maybe not. Are you ready? I didn't think so. Let's go. So the resources I want to gather for this build are a little bit, terracotta-y, netherrack-y, and mangrove-y. Not to mention the copper that's going to be required. Dang it, I could have bucket clutched that. So that's going to take a little bit of effort. I'm going to need to grow a bunch of mangrove trees. That's going to be painful. I do not like chopping down mangrove trees. I have multiple diamond axes though, so we're just gonna get to work now. I want to see if I can successfully get any ancient debris first. So you guys didn't know, because my time in the nether so far this world has been short, brief, and unrecorded. But there's a treasure bastion right there. I did not go into it. I went to that nether fortress in search of the nether wart so that way I could make the red nether bricks. But today, we're going to take steps into the nether bastion because I am apparently a fool. Guys, I did it. I got my stuff back. I got these toys from the big treasure chest at the end, and I am super happy about it. So, yeah, pleasant stuff just happened. Netherrack is actually on the building list that I require, so I'm going to get some netherrack while I'm here. I got the netherrack required. I'm gonna head back, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I kind of want to stay in the tree lines for heading back. I lived! I am so happy to be back in the overworld now. I gotta duplicate this toy. Let's do it. Yippee! I have to keep my promises. There's a little creature called a sheep over there. I am going to lure it so I can slam its face in. Water. Yeah. Guys, I have some pretty terrible news. While I was mining for diamonds and copper and all that lovely good stuff, well, look at what I'm standing on. I'm gonna have to mark down these coordinates because I do not feel like doing this right now, but who knows? Maybe we can get creator for Embrace the E. I did it. I got the materials again. Also, my pants broke while I was mining and getting a bunch of diamonds. Yeah, this build is a lot smaller, but I do quite like it. It looks like it'll make a good in-between builds. Are you ready? I didn't think so. Let's go. This is quite nice. I know it's pretty unison color. By the way, the copper is meant to oxidize. But I quite like this build that I built here. What kind of was in my mind was just that little pawn shop jammed between two buildings. I don't know why that was my image for this, but it was. I personally think it came out great. And yes, we did just begin this video with a time lapse that was for a build. Yippee, I did my job right. Now, I want ancient debris. Let's go get some ancient debris. That netherite was pain. I could not find any for the life of me. I got 4. A total of 4, plus my original netherite ingot, so now I'm just kind of wearing 2 pieces of netherite armor, which is looking fancy, looking lovely. This stuff. So I found a trial chamber earlier, right? But I think now that I'm a little bit more geared up, as soon as I just get the appropriate tools, I think I'm just gonna go kind of try to fight it off, you know, and get creator for Embashda-E. I have found the opening. It's time to do this thing. I am so mildly annoyed. I did an entire trial chamber. No death. No death. Alright, bad omen 5. Well, my helmet's nearly broken, so I guess that's what I get out of that. But also, no creator. No creator. That's what I was after. A gift for Embrace the E, and I got none of it. Oh my gosh, I'm so annoyed. I didn't really get any good loot from those vaults in general. I just got a whole bunch of emeralds and crossbows. I do not like that. I got piles upon piles of bones now. I don't know what I'll ever do with those, but... I'm going to mentally combust because of this. Now I'm not allowed to use that helmet until I have mending, which could be a very, very long time. I think I need to loot an ancient city to find mending for my pants as well, but I don't like enchantments. My helmet is now on display here until I can get mending. Well, to fight off these much more than mild screaming agonies in my mind, I am going to do the interior of this little pawn shop. I have some thoughts, and I guess it'll be nice to see if we can execute it. So I'm going to time-lapse that, except I'm going to walk you through what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I've never done this before, so this might end up terrible, but we are going to do it anyways. Let's do this. So to start us off, I thought I would start with a lovely floor design. Floor design complete. After I added the flooring, I decided I wanted to start working on a little bit counter. You can see that I took a minute to decide the design of the counter. After I decided the design of the counter, I started working on some shelving, of which also took me a minute to decide the design of. Counter and shelf 1 complete. After completing this, I decided to add another set of shelving. After the shelving, I decided that we needed a roof or a second floor, so that way the owner of the pawn shop has somewhere to sleep. Then I decided we also need a ladder. I proceeded to build something. I don't really know what it was. I think it's even more shelving because I need all the shelves ever, but I quite liked it. This is quite lovely personally. I just decided to throw a few random objects in here. We have a campfire, we have my tool rack, and I can't. What is happening? I just want my mace, man. Yeah, I can grab things off the tool rack. It takes a lot of work, but I can grab things off of the tool rack. And then I found a better place for the netherite helmet. Oh my gosh. One day that will be repaired. One day it'll be back on my noggin. Obviously still not done. It's not quite as crowded as I want it to be yet, but I will find more random things to place in there. I love armor stand magic, but that's like my first time ever playing with it. It's a fun little toy. That's a nice sign. So I did more stuff off camera. As it turns out, I have moved everything I own up into the buildings. But not just any building, no. Ironically enough, I moved everything I own up into the pawn shop, despite the fact that I was living in the building next door. Or planning on it anyways. Huh, how odd. But no, yeah, we have just lovely interior. I like the bed down here, and also I got my little vase with the cherry tree sapling, and a random banner that I made for no reason. I think this pawn shop has come together pretty well. Oh, and by the way, all the chests up here, they hold random junk for me to sell in the pawn shop. Ha! I love building. This is a very nice build, don't you think? It's come out pretty well. Don't worry, world, next one coming soon. Please subscribe for more lovely builds. I do mean it fairly genuinely, though. I would deeply appreciate it if you guys would even just consider subscribing. Please? or pretty please? Shameless self-promotion aside, I do think I need to get an interior done for these two buildings. Now, it's pretty clear to me that they are definitely a connected building. So, I think what I want to do with these two might be to turn this one into some sort of pizza shop or something, and while making this one a cafe. I don't know, just random thoughts came to me. I could try this interior, let's try to work on it. That is also the most perfect name for this pizza shop. This one needs a glow up, but I ran out of squid ink. And so, we have Papa Bokum's. I love this place. This place is not meant to be like a sit down and eat restaurant. It's a place where like you sit down, you order your pizza comes to you, you take it out. You know, it's a takeout restaurant. My oven has a face. But I did redstone. This is a basic super smelter, and I'm happy that I actually managed to do redstone. I don't actually know what I want to do for the cafe. All I have is the name, but I'm really clueless as to this interior. Again, I know it's a cafe, but I've not actually been in many, like, French cafes or such, considering how I don't live in France. It's bedtime. Sleep. Oh, I'm so grateful that I have the power to sleep now. Where was I? Oh, yes. Because I don't exactly know how to do a French cafe, I think I'm going to work more on the ground, so I don't have to jump around. And I have the ground. Lovely. That actually took much more dirt than it should have, but now I actually have some earthwork, and I can start working on other things for this. Yippee! Let's give those things a little path that can connect to a road of sorts. They quite in fact all got the treatment of I have no idea what to do for these, so I'm just using deep slate. Right, so I think I'm going to go to the ancient city just to see what I can see. I must first wait for my steak to cook. I found ancient cities and I'm heading home. Oh, and did I mention that I got a horse? Turns out a horse is a good idea. So, I'm stuck in diamond pants because I clicked on cursive binding pants to wear, so let me go fix that real quick. I swear if my cows get out because I placed that water. Here goes nothing, Geronimo! Yippee! Now that I am back together, I would like to use my first copied disc on this countertop. Lovely. I really do like armor stand magic. This place is starting to get more crowded. As you can see, I've added on a little bit. Yes. Beautiful. It gets more full every time I walk in, pretty much. That is very much so an exaggeration. But, hey, the pile of music discs is starting to stack up because I got an extra music disc 5, that's the armor trims, 5, and we have a random pile of gems and a fragment. This is very nice. I really love doing this for no apparent reason, and I just discovered this. Whew. I have an idea for another build, but that is going to come next episode. I thank you guys so much for watching, but it seems that we may have run out of time because I am trying to get a schedule established, and that means that I need to figure out how to, schedule Fi. So, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.